The red/road poneglyphs. In terms of plot twists, these special poneglyphs may have had the biggest impact in One Piece we've ever seen. They practically outline what needs to be done for the rest of the story, and if you're a fan of theories, chances are you've already seen a lot of videos that talk about these poneglyphs. So what am I bringing to the table? My magnetic charm? Yeah, let's go with that, magnetic charm. Mainly, I just want to throw my own opinion out there and give my own thoughts on the matter while I still can. So I want to talk about three things: the origins of these red poneglyphs, where the missing one is, and how this changes the story of One Piece as we know it. So let's take a look and see if we can translate these tablets' true purpose. So let's start off with the origin of these red poneglyphs. To be honest, I don't think the creation of them is as complicated as some claim to be. We know that during the earliest time period recorded in One Piece history, an event called the Void Century occurred. This is called the Void Century because, much like Xerxes from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, a great kingdom was mysteriously erased by a warring faction. This faction was comprised of 20 kingdoms that, after the Void Century, formed the world government, Reverie, and the celestial dragons we know today. So what does this have to do with the red poneglyphs? I think that the ancient kingdom that existed before created these poneglyphs to record the history of the world. These tablets were already indestructible, so it wasn't like they could be removed from history that easily. This way, the ancient kingdom could record the true history in messages that no matter how hard the future world government tried, would never be able to get rid of. The government sure did try though, as they exterminated Ohara due to its people studying the Void Century and its history. But it was never a permanent solution. The example was Goldie Roger's crew. Rayleigh admitted to Nico Robin that they found the true history. So how does this all relate to the red poneglyphs? I believe that they were created with the same intention as regular poneglyphs by the ancient kingdom. These tablets would lead, much like Roger's crew, to the island of Raftel, and in present-day terms, One Piece. What the One Piece of Raftel really is a topic for another time. It's a mystery for another day, but I think that the red poneglyphs were created by the ancient kingdom to be guide points to their greatest treasure or safe haven. So with an origin marked down, let's move on to the next topic and biggest mystery of this entire ordeal. So when these red tablets were first revealed, Luffy and his friends were told that there were 4 poneglyphs in total. The first one was where they were standing, and 2 more were with the Yonko Big Mom and Kaido. However, the 4th poneglyph is stated to be missing. Apparently no one knows where this 4th tablet is. So what do I think? I think that the 4th red poneglyph is in the hands of the celestial dragons. There are a few factors I considered here. To start off, let's time travel to the Void Century again. So 20 kingdoms were warring with the ancient kingdom for essentially control of the world. During this time, the ancient kingdom created these poneglyphs around the world. But I have to ask, would it really be that far-fetched if the 20 kingdoms, who were the ones after the ancient kingdom in the first place, were able to procure the 4th poneglyph during this great war? I mean, if these 20 kingdoms were involved and found the red poneglyph, then that might have been the initial hint to the future government that these tablets might reveal the true history of the world to those who seek it. This would lead to the eventual desperate acts of killing anyone that dared try studying these ancient tablets. But what else might prove this? As Doflamingo admitted to Law during the Dressrosa arc, the Celestial Dragons have a treasure that only the dragons seem to know about, and that if anyone else found it, it would change the world as they know it. While I initially thought that he meant an ancient weapon, I'm now thinking that these celestial dragons might have the 4th poneglyph, and the only reason Doflamingo got his royal powers back is because he blackmailed the Celestials about the revelation of this treasure. The Celestials and the government don't want their way of life to be shattered by the possible return of Raftel and Roger's One Piece. All they could do is play Doflamingo's game until a certain pirate took care of the problem for them. This in turn would make Luffy and friends head to Reverie as part of an arc that I would look forward to if the Celestials get what's coming to them. So that is where I believe the 4th poneglyph is. I think Luffy and friends would deal with that last due to current tensions with Kaido and Big Mom, but now there's only one last thing to talk about, the story. There's some speculation as to how the story will play out now that Oda dropped all this information on us. And to be honest, I believe that the story is going to be straightforward while having some twists about some characters. These red poneglyphs are now the current objective for Luffy. This is the moment, this is the turning point in the story that ultimately sets us on the path to the final war. Luffy has to face Big Mom, Kaido, and the world government in order to reach Raftel, and there will be more obstacles and character revelations ahead. Edward Weeble, Eustace Kid, Dragon, and ultimately Blackbeard will make their marks during this period as well. One Piece is now a treasure hunt adventure. We have the map, now all we need to do is find the X's on the map, and the final war of One Piece can begin. And yes, I have been talking about the final war for a long time, and I promise I will literally talk about it in another vocal theory. However, the final war will not be the next episode of One Piece series. I have to go back into text format theories for a little bit, and I don't want to have all of you read in an hour of information as to what I think will happen in the end. So I'll keep it in store when I can do a vocal format again. Until then, I'll be doing more small-scale theories. And that is all for this episode of One Piece series. If you like the music or footage used in this video, please visit the description as all credits are listed there, and I will see all of you legends in the next video.